Let me tell everybody about when you and Josh came up here and went fishing last year. And I took you guys to Lake Nelson up here in Washburn, a couple hours from Minot. We was going to go do some big mouth bass fishing. One of the few lakes in the state that you can catch a big mouth bass. And as it turns out, one of the best bass lakes that I've ever fished at. And I've been all over the world fishing for them. Anyway, we got up kind of early, about 3 o'clock in the morning. Loaded up the car and headed towards the lake. Got to the lake, put the boat in. I turned the fellas on to a couple 4-pounders right away. That's another story in its own, but fishing my hot spot there. Bruce kept saying from the front of the boat, telling Josh, we need to go to the wall, because me and Bruce had been there before, and he liked fishing that wall up there on the lake. So I fired up the outboard, and we went up there. And as we rolled up, I slowed down the motor and shut her down. And I told everybody, I said, fellas, don't throw no cast yet. Don't put a bait out yet. I said, Josh, you see that fence up there above that wall? That's closer than it looks. Don't throw your lure up there and get it wrapped up around that fence. Everybody that I bring here, I tell them that, and they throw the lure up there, and it's hung up in that fence on the first or second cast. So Josh kind of chuckled a little bit and reared back his rod and made a cast. Almost hit me in the face with his Texas rigged fishing worm. Whipped by my eyes and nose, and he got her out there, and of course, guess where it went? Right up into that fence and wrapped around about 3 or 4 times. Of course, Josh, there ain't no way you're going to get it out. But of course, Josh, he starts pulling and tugging and jerking. I said, I told you so, Josh. Bruce barely made the show. Just getting in here from haircut over at Sport Cutting or something like that. Nice looking haircut there, Bruce.
That's not the best part. It's the head massage.
What was the name of it? Sports and Cuttings? You sure it wasn't called the Steamin' Cream? With Mr. Yang as your host?
No. Now, anybody that washing my head lets it's female. You got to request who you want. I got one I request every time, but I'll wait 20 minutes.
After they was done, did you go masturbate in the bathroom?
No, not yet. I'll get back on my will. I got some badass beer in here, man. You ever heard of that, Terry?
No.
I was in Detroit last week, and that's where they only sell it there. And I bought some of it, man.
Is it any good?
It don't taste that good.
Bruce, you ever heard of the Steamin' Cream?
Yeah, I heard of it.
What kind of massages they handing out over there?
Whatever you want.
Josh, you sure as hell don't have much to say today. Have you eaten in the last 15 minutes?
I had a bowl of cereal this morning. Then I had a bowl of chili. Then I just ate 4 hot dogs and some French fries.
4 what?
4 hot dogs.
With the bun?
With the buns, yeah. And bite of Alpoo with some marshmallows and stuff on top.
Alpoo. If the dog don't eat it, the cat will.
How long it take you to eat them 4 hot dogs?
6 seconds.
Bruce, won't you tell us about that time you took Cav and a couple of them boys you know from Langley Air Force Base in Virginia? Won't you tell us about when you took them boys on a camping trip?
We went camping. I took all them guys, Bill, Josh. Yeah. Tyler and Wade and a couple others. They brought a tent. They was tenting it up. We was staying in the chalet, dude, in one of them damn cabins up there. and they were over the hill from us. It had rained. It rained the night before, and them water got all up in their tent. And they come up there. We was cooking biscuits and gravy and fried potatoes, stuff for breakfast. Tyler come up that hill. He said, "Man, that smells good. What y'all cooking?" I said, "We're having some biscuits and gravy." I said, "What y'all eating for breakfast?" He said, "I pulled out one of them ribs we brought with us, and I've just been gnawing on that son of a bitch for the last hour." He didn't even cook it, man. Raw, man. Eating that shit raw. He was begging for some of them biscuits and gravy.
Bruce, you ever heard of a badass microphone? You got all kinds of cracking and popping going on. Well, that's going to be it for the show this week. I've been getting some emails from the sponsors, and they haven't been too pleased. Josh hasn't been wearing the proper shirts, and he hasn't been saying his lines. We got sponsors that require certain amount of time and exposure on the show. So we're going to leave you with Josh doing his sponsorship duties, and we'll see you guys next week.
Coca-Cola, Alpu, Copenhagen.
Josh, it's Gropenhagen. It's Coca-Cola.